All right, hello everyone at Kent Business College. Welcome. Are you ready to take a proper look at what's coming next in the world of MarTech? We're about to dive into the big trends that aren't just going to shape your careers, but will definitely help you nail those exams. So go on, grab a quick cuppa, and let's get into it. So, does this feel familiar? Your day is just a mad dash through what feels like 100 different tabs and passwords. You're trying to piece it all together, but honestly, you're just drowning in platforms. If you're nodding along right now, don't worry. You are definitely in the right place. We're going to talk about how automation is finally starting to change that game. Okay, first up on the list, generative AI. Now, let's be clear, this is not about robots taking over the creative department, not at all. A better way to think about it is like getting a new creative partner, one who's super fast, has endless energy, and most importantly, never needs a tea break. But what actually is it? Well, generative AI is basically tech that can dream up and create brand new content, all from scratch. You give it some instructions, a prompt, and it can generate anything from a dozen social media posts to 5 different email drafts. You've got to think of it as your own personal idea factory, just waiting for you to press go. And listen, this isn't some sci-fi thing that's miles away. It's happening right now. As you can see, almost 40% of brands are already using these tools. So getting your head around this is absolutely key to staying competitive and, smashing that MarTech module. Right, so that's the theory. Sounds impressive. But what does this idea factory actually mean for your day-to-day? On a Tuesday morning when you've got targets to hit. How does it help? This workflow here, this explains it perfectly. You are still the boss. Step 1, you set the strategy, the big idea. Then the AI jumps in and generates a load of different options, say 10 versions of an email subject line. Then the automation tests them out for you in real time, and you get all that data back so you, in step 4, make the final smart, informed decision. It's human creativity plus machine efficiency, a brilliant partnership. Okay, now let's build on that. Our next big trend is what we're calling the segment of one. This is where things get really interesting. We're talking about moving away from marketing to big groups and towards creating a genuinely personal experience for every single individual customer. Here's a really easy way to remember the difference for your exams. Think of it like this. Old school marketing, segmentation, that was like shouting your message in a busy town square and just hoping the right people heard you. Hyper-personalization, though, that's like sitting down for a quiet chat in a pub, talking to one person about the things they actually care about. It's a total game changer. And this isn't just a nice-to-have, fluffy marketing idea. It hits the bottom line hard. According to McKinsey, companies that really get this right can see their revenue growth rates jump by 1.7 times. So yeah, this isn't just about being friendly, it's a powerful commercial strategy. Right, so to do all this clever AI and super personal marketing, you need all your different tools to actually talk to each other. Which brings us neatly to our next trend, having a good old tidy up of your tech stack. It's probably time to ask if each of your, 27 marketing tools sparks joy. And be honest, does your collection of marketing software ever feel a bit like a rickety old grandfather clock? Loads of moving parts, you're not entirely sure what they all do, and it's an absolute nightmare when one little bit stops working. If that sounds familiar, then this next part is definitely for you. So this is the big debate you're always going to face. Do you go for an all-in-one suite? The good news is everything's in one place. Lovely. The catch? Well, it can be a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. Or do you go out and pick the absolute best, most specialized tool for every single job? The upside is you get top-tier performance, but the bad news is you can end up in a right jumble of logins and data that doesn't connect. The future is about finding that balance or finding tools that are much, much better at integrating. Okay, so we've talked about AI creating content and automation running campaigns. And this usually leads everyone to one very important question. Let's just put it out there. With all this clever tech doing the heavy lifting and the grunt work, are you about to be made redundant by a piece of software? The answer is a massive, resounding no. In fact, it's the opposite. You're not getting fired, you're getting a promotion. You are moving from being a crew member to being the pilot. This is the one analogy to really hold on to. The technology, the automation, that's the autopilot. It can handle the routine stuff, keep the plane steady, manage all the complex systems. But you are always the pilot. You're the one who sets the destination, who makes the critical calls, and who takes back manual control when it really matters.
Your job is becoming more strategic, not obsolete. So, the most important thing now is to focus on your uniquely human superpowers. These are the skills that machines just can't copy. Strategic, big-picture thinking, genuine empathy and human connection, real brand creativity, ethical judgment, and leadership. As automation handles the basics, these skills become more valuable than ever. This right here is your new career development plan.
And that brings us to our final, and honestly, probably the most important topic of all. With all this incredible new power at our fingertips, we have a massive responsibility to use it wisely, to use our marketing powers for good. You see, the whole landscape of trust is changing, and it's changing fast. Right now, people are asking really tough questions about how algorithms work. Then, by 2025, we've got the phase-out of third-party cookies, which is forcing everyone towards more honest, first-party data. And the future? Well, it has to be automation that has ethics and restraint built in from the very beginning.
So what does that solid ethical foundation actually look like? Well, it's built on these 3 pillars. Number 1, earning and keeping customer trust above all else. Number 2, using the first-party data that your customers willingly give you and using it responsibly. And number 3, transparency. That means using something called explainable AI so that you can actually understand why the automation is making the decisions it's making.
So, let's wrap this up with a challenge to take into your classroom discussion. Pick one of the big trends we've covered today. Think about how you could apply it where you work. And then, the most important question, how would you do it in a way that builds trust and stops it from just being creepy? Because that, right there, is the true test of a great modern marketer. Thanks for listening and good luck with the discussion.